Hi, today I'm going to show you how to explore different LAN switch options. So here's our switch and we have two routers. The routers are the one we're sort of interested in. So we're going to look at the router. We have a Ethernet port. We want to configure the Ethernet port, make sure it's turned on, and our fast Ethernet is turned on for the router. Pretty much what we're doing here is making sure that our cabling will work. Okay, looks like it's on. The configuration is wireless. Looks okay so far. So now we're going to come down to our switch. It doesn't have anything yet, so we have to configure it. We're configuring not only for the routers, but for anything else. So we're going to put 4, actually, better drag these back down here. Okay, we got the CE, which is a single Ethernet port. CFE, which is one fast Ethernet with copper media. So this is the one we want. There are other, you can get the fiber ones, whichever. Okay, you have to turn it back on because we have to now go in and configure these. And this is where you're going to have to be patient and wait, because you see your device is still booting. Please wait until it's finished. So you say okay. Alright, now just to make sure, I come in and I click on and off just because sometimes it clears out any old gunk that was there. So our switch is now configured. Power is on. So now we're going to try to connect devices. And this gets a little bit hairy. So this is copper straight through and copper crossover. First we'll try some, there we go, there's a fast Ethernet. There's a fast Ethernet. And now I wait to see if this amber light shuts off because you want a green light. If not, you have an error, which is what we have, because should we have used, we should use crossover. Actually not. So we're in the back here. You wouldn't actually have this issue when you have a real computer because the two don't work. So we have this amber, and not sure why it decided to move. Gonna come in here, double check this interface, make sure it's still on. Okay, we have, this can take quite some time, so I'm going to move on a step and see if we can get anything else to work, or if there's an issue with our switch. Okay. And we are going to do the PCs. And you can see I've got a very slow computer today because it is taking quite some time for the green lights to happen. Okay, so our two routers are up and running. They're saying, you know, we're pretty happy here. Now we just have to wait for the PCs, see if they are working. Okay, ways to speed this up a little bit is go to simulation mode and then come back, and it didn't really help much. Just a very slow computer today. And we can look at the PCs, because that's one thing we didn't do, was look at our PCs and make sure, and we are on for PCO. Okay, so these are on. So let's see, we'll look on the back and see what let's zoom in just a tad and we'll come down. We had fast Ethernet, so these should be okay. They should be coming up. And one of the things you can do is that this nice little activity comes with a check of the results. So we can look at our connectivity, our assessments. So our two PCIs, we have the incorrect something. It's not going to give us our incorrect. So let's come in and we'll try and change our cables. And we'll see if that's the issue. We'll go fast Ethernet to fast Ethernet, and that's the issue right there, is that our cables are wrong. And you can see it's much faster. And this is how you do exploring different LAN switch options. You can also look at the interfaces by mousing over them. That is something interesting. Okay, now we're going to move between simulations. Ooh, that made it go fast. And that's how you explore different LAN switch options.